Right now, most of us feel discomfort when we think about this scenario. And most of us feel discomfort when we think about pedophiles. But just like pedophiles, we are not responsible for our feelings. We do not choose them. But we are responsible for our actions. And we must make a decision. It is in our responsibility to reflect and to overcome our negative feelings about pedophiles and to treat them with the same respect we treat other people with. We should accept that pedophiles are people who have not chosen their sexuality and who, unlike most of us, will never be able to live it out freely if they want to lead an upright life. We should accept that
You talking about upright, a life? You talking about upright in a kid? Motherfucker, like.
pedophilia is a sexual preference, a thought, a feeling, and not an act. We should differentiate between child sexual abuse and pedophilia. We shouldn't increase the suffering of pedophiles by excluding them, by blaming and mocking them. By doing that, we increase their isolation. And
This can't be real.
Increase the chance of child abuse.
Well, more and more people are finally learning that America and most of the free world are being run by satanic that eat children. But now it's time to realize how deep this rabbit hole goes. Here is an email where Jeffrey Epstein refers to human infant meat as tasting like cream cheese. An email where they discuss a woman performing an abortion in front of Jeffrey Epstein and Woody Allen. By the way, Woody Allen married his daughter, and they went to the same high school, him and Jeffrey Epstein. Just discussing how to rig trials, judges, evade foreign intelligence agencies, and hide from justice. Where are you? Are you okay? I love the torture video. This is from Benjamin Netanyahu, who was in China at the time it was sent and then met with Barack Obama at the date he says in this email. Jeffrey Epstein also introduced Melania to Donald Trump. Here's Jeffrey Epstein and fucking Bill Gates discussing a pandemic simulation. Also, it just came out that Epstein represents the Rothschilds. He says it like 2 or 3 times in these emails. Oh, here's another one of those emails where he admits to working for the Rothschilds. Oh yeah, Pizzagate got confirmed in this, by the way. Also, Erica Kirk's ex-boyfriend Cabot, why did he have a pizza tattoo on his lip? That's a little weird. Here's Jeffrey Epstein telling Bill Gates to drug his wife after Bill Gates unknowingly gave his wife an STD he got from slaves him and Jeffrey Epstein were participating with. This is kind of a long one, but that bottom highlighted part mentions how Clarence Thomas, a sitting U.S. Court Supreme Justice child, Peter Thiel and Jeffrey Epstein both discussing Bitcoin. Funnily enough, this came out in the last file leak, but Jeffrey Epstein had been controlling Bitcoin for a long, long time, since at least 2015. There were also a couple of things that weren't in the files that I wanted to make extremely clear. Jeffrey Epstein caused the 2008 economic crisis with his company Liquid Funding.
At the hunting parties, they'd have all these expendable children outside in the woods, and usually they have holding grounds, like a tunnel system or something underground where they hold the kids in cages until the time of the hunt. And the hunt usually happens later, once it's dark outside. They'll kind of make a parameter, which is pretty large, of these woods, and they'll station the different elite people around the perimeter. And then when they give the go, they release the kids, and the kids are told just to run, to hide. And that's when the elite will go through the woods and start hunting for them.
I don't want to believe that there is some kind of international network of people buying and selling girls, but it seems that might actually be the case, unfortunately. And these 2026 disclosures have breathed new life into a 2020 conspiracy theory that suggested that missing children were actually being sold through a major online retailer, okay? This is going to sound ridiculous and silly, but this was going around quite some time ago, okay? The Wayfair missing girls theory. And I remember hearing this at the time and thinking it was absolute nonsense. But I'm pretty sure people have now been alleging that there is some suspicious and high-ticket Wayfair purchases being found in Epstein's emails. It's insane.
Wayfair was selling furniture with the same name as missing girls. For example, in 2019, a 17-year-old girl from Ohio named Samaya went missing. Then, a few days later, Wayfair listed a Samaya 5 shelf storage cabinet for almost $13,000. In 2020, a 16-year-old girl from Connecticut named Yuritsa went missing. And a few days later, the Yuritsa storage cabinet went up for sale on Wayfair for just under $14,000. May 2020, from Kansas City, a 14-year-old girl named Annabelle goes missing. Same storage unit, sold on Wayfair, Annabelle with the same selling for just under $11,000. January 2020, Kyla Coleman, 16 years old from Cleveland, goes missing. You can already guess, Wayfair, same name, this one discounted for $12,000. Everyone always called this a conspiracy theory until now, when a receipt from Wayfair was found in the Epstein files. Look, we know that Jeffrey Epstein's network has a history with missing girls. Don't forget this picture of John Benet Ramsey and Ghislaine Maxwell lurking in the background. Back to the receipt. It was purchased by Karina, Jeffrey Epstein's longtime girlfriend, on June 28, 2018. It was for one item totaling $8,400. And I've tried, but I can't find out what the item was. What I do know is that on June 23rd, 5 days prior, a girl named Joanna went missing from Columbus, Ohio. And still, to this day, she has never been found. But back in the day when this conspiracy was spreading online, there was a high-priced Joanna cabinet circulating in the chats from the same WFX utility company. Just for context, the WFX company is still selling the same storage units on Wayfair, but they're only $139. Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend, Karina, wasn't just making purchases on Wayfair. She's also active in the files for making purchases off of Etsy. We know that back during this time, Etsy also had some very weird postings. The reality is that none of this proves anything, but it does make you think that if this type of activity was happening, who was behind selling these items to Jeffrey and his network, allegedly? And where's Epstein's longtime girlfriend, Karina? She was a dentist, which might explain why he had these rooms. Just 2 days before his passing, his estate signed everything over to her. We're talking about the properties, Zorro Ranch, the island, and hundreds of millions of dollars. So, does she know where all the bodies are buried? I say that figuratively, of course.
Figuratively, of course. Back when the Wayfair conspiracy started circulating, an influencer who had the money decided to see what happened when they actually ordered one of these overpriced storage cabinets. Wayfair immediately cancelled and refunded the order with zero explanation. They would not answer any questions about why until days later, after lots of pestering, they just cited inventory issues. No other explanation. Yeah, okay. I looked this up after forgetting about it for a few years, and a lot of the articles are initially written about this conspiracy have been taken down, except for the ones claiming it's false, of course. This is wild. People say I'm starting to be convinced about this theory 100%. I just wish more decency people with money had tried buying that stuff to see what would happen. I'd be 99% convinced if they all had inventory issues. That's
Comment down below.
Are the chills that have down my spine. So they removed children's teeth so they could not bite. I can't. They removed children's teeth so they could not bite. This is what explain. This is a picture from the files that was like this creepy room in Epstein's house of a dentist's office, but with all these freaking heads on the wall. Literally, look at this. This was a random photo. Why is this in the files? Because they were allegedly remove these babies' teeth so they could not bite.
That's
God,
crazy.
when I tell you I'm so angry, let alone this photo of this baby with her hands, like, God, we are not angry enough. This is insane to me. This is insane to me.
People going crazy think they found a code word for human meat? Wait, what? Hope you are feeling better. Did we analyze the jerky? Why didn't we get jerky this week? I also added more to the jerky and ginger lemongrass. Thank you so much. Super cool. Beef jerky, delicious. Jojo is here and we'll walk the jerky over to Jeffrey. Why would jerky walk around? Why would it do that? Delicious lunch, beef jerky. Steve and I are very grateful above all for your friendship. Some of these emails emails are so wholesome, aren't they? It's too bad they eat kids. A small insulated bag would be fine. I don't remember checking it. No need for crazy amounts of ice. One should do. There is one bag of beef jerky in the fridge. Please get it. Also, Blank has more at her place. Please get it from her as well. I suppose it needs to be in a cold, insulated bag. Just wanted to touch base about jerky. J.E. said he was going to start eating regular food again, so he might be eating less jerky. He said he has 6 bags of it in a downstairs freezer. Why would you freeze jerky? Steve needs a 6 to 8 ounce portion of jerky. I gave you all the jerky we had, and it lasted only half the amount of time it was meant to. I felt like it was more important for you to have the jerky to eat during my time off. My plan is to make a batch before I leave for LSJ, and some of that will go to Steve, and the rest will go to you at LSJ when I arrive. Little St. James Island. That's what LSJ must mean. So logically, that means that they were doing this off of the island. Steve Hansen is sending jerky to your attention overnight. I believe it should be enough to get him through. Jeffrey Epstein is asking to bring him more jerky. I'm flying in on Friday. I will bring jerky. Is there a time I could come say hi and drop off the beef jerky? And that's from Jeffrey Epstein. Francis has time to come tomorrow. Show me how to make it. Jerky class anyone. He will bring you to taste his new jerky recipe from the restaurant. He sends a warm hello. He's working at a restaurant called guys, the restaurant's called Cannibal and Cooks. Wait for it, beef jerky and steak. Can Blank make some jerky? I think we should landscape all around the house to use the water if possible, if the main house is not enough. Are there any recorded images of Jeffrey Epstein with beef jerky at all? No, there are no recorded or publicly known images of Jeffrey Epstein with beef jerky. Who sends beef jerky to a lab for analysis? Wait, what? I was looking for the beef jerky as I knew it was in my suitcase, and I thought that maybe I left it on the beach, only to find a small plastic bag near my dog's bed. I'll email Francis to make us some more, as I need 6 to 8 ounces to send to the lab, and I'll forward to Francis the info to send to the lab directly. Guys, I think something's going on. What's this here? Commercial? Apparently it's his last girlfriend who's active on Twitter right now. Check the mail. Names for hers again. Oh boy, oh boy. People are saying this is Jeffrey Epstein's last girlfriend. And this is the same name as inside of the files, and her name change hasn't occurred since 2017, before the files released. After years of silence, the truth. Jeffrey was innocent. Really? Like, he just a good boy? He didn't do nothing wrong? Trapped by powerful people who silenced him. I was his last confidant, and I have the evidence that they're still hiding. I'm not suicidal, just in case. You'll know the whole truth soon. They sacrificed children to Lucifer. It's an entire cult. Jeffrey got involved in their operation for financial reasons and to obtain Comboprot, but never participated in the rituals. Oh, what is this here? I'll pull this one up and see it. That's crazy. She cooked in the brain? Maybe. She ate the brain? Yeah, maybe she did. Wire transfer request form. A 65-gallon... Guys, 655-gallon sulfuric acid with fuel and insurance charge? They are dissolving bodies.
Why is Reba McEntire sending Jeffrey Epstein videos of tortured children? She needs to be jailed immediately. Then you have the flight logs showing she spent a lot of time on Epstein Island. To the people who think this is a conspiracy theory, look carefully at this picture that was released in the Epstein files days ago. Yes, that is a human child on a cutting board between 2 chickens. These people are monsters. And no matter what you think of Nicki Minaj, look carefully at her post from yesterday.
It's always been occult and satanic and about devil worship and about the Antichrist. It's just undeniable. It's like a part of history.
It's a little weird because I know we're going to eat a $70,000 pizza later, so it's kind of hard to get hyped for like a $2,000 steak. Oh my God. Whoa. It's like slicing into a baby. Whoa. It's like slicing into a baby. It's like slicing into a baby. Poor choice of words.
A $70,000 pizza. Now, if you guys have been reading the Epstein files, you know how many times they mention pizza and pizza parties, and that it's a code word for something else. And then when he talks about slicing into a baby, has any of you guys at all in your whole entire life compared slicing into a steak as slicing into a baby? What are they telling us? The truth in plain sight. A $70,000 pizza, eh?
Babies. Ooh. I love babies. Oh yeah, they love sucking on these. It's crazy. I mean, I do too though, because I have an iron deficiency, so this shit tastes good. Like, do you guys like the taste of blood? Do you? Does anyone here like the taste of blood? Because I like it. I like the taste of blood.
Wasn't you supposed to be the world's #1 virtue signaler at an award show just a couple weeks ago? And you're telling everyone you like the taste of what? I think you need to be careful with statements like that, considering everything that's coming out now. Even the NPCs and the people who weren't switched on are starting to rub a bit of that sleeve.
Looking at some of this stuff, we have here, let's see here. I think we have the video right here. Let's play the video. Check it out. All right. So he hands him some sort of orb. You can see the symbol right there on the ground. We actually have some stuff on that as well. Hunger Games. I mean, Winter Olympics. Yeah, exactly, dude. Hunger Games, Winter Olympics, actually. Interesting. Oh, yeah, you also have the all-seeing, of course, eye. Although that's not the correct shape. It's not actually that symbol. It's actually a pentagram shape, if you look at it. Eye of Sauron. Satan loses. All right, what else do we got here? Yeah. Yeah, so the symbol right here. Yeah, this symbol. So we're going to get into that in a second. Obviously, the PDF symbol. We're using that word instead, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so we have some other stuff as well here. What else do we got? Oh, yeah. Let's see what this guy has to say right here. Actually, look at this picture. I mean, literally, flames, a pentagram with a circle around it. I mean, it's literally the same thing. All right, let's play this real quick. You got this PDF, of course, symbol here. Check this out.
Okay, so do you know how Lady Gaga does, like, satanic rituals on the world stage? Well, did you know that she also does it to children on TV children's programs? Check this out.
Summon Lamash too. Now drink of the blood of Lamash too. Guys, just drink the blood, Jenny. It's free. Relax. Drink. Now you are rebaptized by the Mother of Beasts, the Mistress of Insanity. The magician Pazuzu cannot save you now. Heed the roar of the demon dog. How do they even check if it's someone's birthday?
We send someone to the hospital you were born at, and with over 100 locations on...
But just for entertainment, though, of course, isn't it? You know, that's how they get away with it on the TV shows and the children's shows. It's just all for entertainment, like this real photo of Lady Gaga and certain people.
Like, what do y'all feel about this? Like, when you see an image like this, let me know in the comments down below what goes through your mind. Like, bro, I've never been to a party where this was like a theme. I don't see where would be appropriate. This is not even a Halloween party or anything. That still would be diabolical. I don't play around with like eating bodies and shit, but I'm not saying I get it, because I just don't.
I'm as fictional as a dinosaur, baby.
I'm not a man, and I'm not a man that's about to get a spoon and eat some shit off of a man's body.
And I think it's interesting because apparently the Pope has also been caught up in this. Some of the popes. Pope Francis, not directly, but indirectly, also Pope John Paul II apparently allowed Jeffrey to stay at his quarters. Okay, Pope John Paul II literally allowed Epstein to stay in his place. Literally allowed him to stay in his place. That's crazy, dude. Okay. The Vatican paid millions to cover up their things that they were doing with the younger. So, what was this? Yeah, this was actually, this is not even the one, is it? This is something else here. Photo reveals a billionaire and his madam at a private meeting with the head of the Catholic Church at the Vatican. Let's see if we can get on the screen better. Jeffrey wanted to offer Pope Francis a massage. That was in the emails. I don't know if he took him up on the offer or not, but it sounds like this guy's saying that it was Pope Francis that canceled Jeffrey. I don't know. That's kind of crazy sounding. I'd never heard of this one.
That's what's happening today.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. Oh, they're putting people in sulfuric acid into milk, into drums.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And shipping them around the world, as a joke. That's
in the film?
Yeah, there's all sorts.
Did you see the thing in the Epstein files?
Oh, yeah. Those
ordered
Epstein files. In fact, I can't believe that, everybody just kind of okay, and they're moving on with their lives. Did you see that guy at the Atlanta airport flipping out, the well-dressed black dude who just freaks out in the Atlanta, just like a couple of days ago? I saw it on YouTube, and I saw it on Twitter or X, and this guy's just freaking out in the Atlanta airport. He's like, I read the Epstein files. Like, all of you, you're going about your lives like nothing's happening. Look at, you're all zombies. And he's right. It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Everybody is just numb to everything. Like, dudes, we had a global pandemic, aliens, all these revelations. People are, eating babies. Here's
the guy.
Files have been released, and all of y'all are acting normal. All of y'all.
And there's a longer version of that where he's basically like, you're all acting like nothing's happening. Like, what the fuck? You're all just pretending you're just drones going on in your normal lives.
People are waiting for a condensed version that lays out all the facts. It's the people that are really interested in reading all the emails.
I think the Luciferians cast a spell on the world. And,
for real?
Oh, absolutely. It's just like how vampires can't go into a house unless they're invited. They tell you, what's going on ahead of time. It's predictive programming. And once you say it out loud and you put it out there and make fun of it and do a little skit like Stephen Colbert did a little skit on his show where, here's a baby. I'm going to take this baby and I'm going to give it to Moloch. And he goes into a cloudy red, furnace and hands the baby over. And he's, the baby's going to be fine. And they make a joke about it and the audience laughs. Okay, we're all now conditioned to it. We've all seen it. And by laughing at it, we were complicit.
You think that's on purpose, that this is some sort of a grand design to get us to be desensitized to the idea of demons eating babies?
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
For sure. And by the way, nobody's doing anything about it. We know what's happening.
But that has to take, there has to be a person or some group of people.
Yeah, about 8,500 people. Yeah.
That are manipulating the Colbert Show?
They're manipulating everything. It's all an illusion. Reality as we know it is fake. That's the revelation that guy is having. And he's looking around and he's like, it's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Well, the thing about the emails is, one of the things is it's just stuff written down. And so that's sort of hard to digest. What is this? What are they saying? Some of it is in code, walking over beef jerky, talking about jerky. Could you walk beef jerky over to this person? What does that mean?
For all this pizza they're talking about, no, you never see any pizza.
Right. Yeah. They're ordering pizza.
I'm going to get some grape soda. It's with my cheese pizza.
Yeah.
And there's all this coded language and everyone's
No, this is clearly a code. Well, that was the thing about Pizzagate.
It's absolutely a code. And in fact, mundus vult decipi, ergo decipiatur. It's a long known concept. And so in Latin, mundus vult decipi means the world wants to be deceived. ergo dicipiatur. Therefore, it is. We want to be deceived. We don't want to believe the horrors that are actually behind the veil.
Well, I think with the Epstein files, people are, because of these emails that have been released, people are just now starting to be aware of the bizarreness of the code and some of the things, like the facts. Like, let's just talk about the sulfuric acid. So this was like right after he was indicted in 2018.
Yeah, I got to get rid of some bodies.
Yeah.
I got
How
to
much did
dissolve up some bodies.
What did it say he ordered? Like, let's
like 8,000 gallons or
maybe we can get our sponsor Perplexity to process this and give us a synopsis of what exactly happened, some sort of a breakdown, because one of the things they're saying is like he was indicted and then right after he's indicted he orders how many gallons?
6 55-gallon containers full of sulfuric acid.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. What?
They're eating babies, man. Like that's
Do you think so that you think is real? So
well, yeah. Not only that, I think that there's sacrifices going on every day in Los Angeles. I mean, allegedly, like high level. Musicians, let's say, high-level female musician, is like, killing chickens every day, doing sacrifices. Like,
high level.
Well, I don't want to say names because I don't want to get sued, and I don't want to be dead either.
What does it rhyme like?
Here's the purchase order. I started looking at the comments for some stuff. Not that this is the best answer, but a quick answer someone gives is that this could be for like a reverse osmosis water treatment system.
It's true. He is on an island.
He's on an island.
I mean, there's enough pushback because mundus vult decipi, ergo decipiatur. But like the timing of all of that, where are the purchase orders for all of that sulfuric acid before then? Oh, no, I just want to put sulfuric acid into my swimming pool, muriatic acid.
Well, that's the question. Was there orders for sulfuric acid before this? If they do have a water treatment plant, how does sulfuric acid play into water treatment?
It says it here. It says it's commonly used. This explains it. I don't fucking know.
Okay. It says RO plant, reverse osmosis seawater desalination facility. Sulfuric acid.
He had everything. He had a dump and like they had all sorts of stuff.
So that's
tunnels and.
So they were using that. So they were taking seawater and converting it into fresh water for what? For irrigation or for drinking? For all the above?
One similar email that he wrote to someone said that like around his island is like Damascus, and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? He was like, you go explore buried shit around my island, or what? What else could he mean by that?
Huh? What does that mean?
I don't know.
I mean, they say a lot of things, and they're not really coding it very much.
Well, the code, it's glaringly obvious when they say pizza and when they say jerky. That's glaringly obvious. How do you walk jerky?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And why do I need a chilled container to, a chilled bag or whatever they say?
Jesus Christ.
And
so you think they're eating babies?
Oh, yeah. I absolutely believe that.
You should get together with Kurt Metzger. You would go crazy.
I don't doubt it for a second. Well, I think this dates back like, a long, long time. This is Moloch worship.
Oh. Well, there was the other email that said, thank you for the torture video. I enjoyed the torture video.
Yeah. And it's like people just, they don't want to accept it. Like people don't want to believe it. They don't want to accept it.
Highly corrosive, strong mineral acid that can severely burn skin, eyes, dehydrate, and char organic material, which is why it features in both legitimate industrial processes and in darker hypotheticals online.
Darker hypotheticals.
Darker hypotheticals is where I'm leaning.
Yeah.
When you get indicted for thinking and then you order 6 drums of sulfuric acid right away, are you really worried about your reverse osmosis plant right after you get indicted? I feel like you're going to jail.
This guy was even able to get to what we call spiritual leaders. You remember this guy, the Dalai Lama? Oh, he met Epstein. It's in the files. Okay, well, some news that came out about the Dalai Lama that a lot of people might have forgotten about.
The Dalai Lama has apologized after a video showing him kissing a boy and then sticking his tongue out and asking the child to, quote, suck my tongue.
There you go. This old-ass man telling this little boy to suck his nasty-ass tongue. Are you kidding me? How is this guy still walking the street?
Now, one of the bigger videos I wanted to get into was the Prince Andrew footage. So there's around 1 second of what we see as Prince Andrew over a very young victim who is clearly a minor. And there's also another video without Prince Andrew, which is a short video of a young girl who's also clearly a minor wearing a school uniform, and she appears in multiple videos, and it's very disturbing to say the least. However, what I found is that this footage matches exactly with the room that Prince Andrew was in with the other victim. This is also kind of one of the reasons I wanted to make this video. I have no idea what this room is, and if anyone recognizes anything throughout this video, it would be nice for you to point it out in the comment section, or even just speculate. There's around.
This was probably the last person that I thought it was going to happen to. Prince Andrew got arrested. This is, in my opinion, fucking insane. I am so happy to see this.
Presumably in connection with his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, I heard they arrested him on his birthday.
Hi, George. Yes, extraordinary news out of the UK this morning. The former Prince Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, has this morning been arrested on the Sandringham estate where he was living after having been removed, of course, from the home he was living in Windsor.
Now we got to get this guy talking about everybody else, right? Because, like, once you get a few of these people, they're going to start rolling over on everybody else. And girl in the picture was murdered by a staged car crash. She wasn't suicidal, and they ruled it suicide. Well, that's convenient. I mean, it's good, you know, obviously for him that she's dead, right? So she can't say anything bad about him. So, you know, surely there's no connection there, right?
From Norfolk on suspicion of misconduct in public office and are carrying out searches at addresses.
Mandelson will
in
also be
Berkshire
fucked then?
and
Yeah, I think so.
Norfolk.
But, anyway, yeah, it's been pictured leaving. Wait, this is him? Oh my... What the fuck is... Oh, my God. Like, imagine how bad you have to have fucked up that your brother arrests you on your birthday. I mean, you know, you read between the lines. If you're having royalty, a person of royalty get arrested, like, that's very embarrassing for the royal family. They're okay with that, and they say that's fine. It's probably a lot worse than what you think. Prince Andrew is the first royal to be arrested in 400 years. Holy shit. Wow, well, I mean, that's pretty big. And, yeah, it's historic, right? Andrew is Queen Elizabeth's favorite. Oh, okay, all right. Now it makes perfect sense. Of course he had him arrested. Imagine being the guy that doesn't go to Rape Island, and then mom likes the other guy that did more. Like, I'd be mad about that for my whole life. And then finally, whenever she's gone, finally you're in charge. Like a year later, 2 years later, bro, Andrew got arrested? That's crazy. What are the odds of that? And so, yeah, you think Andrew learned how to sweat? I think that he's probably sweating right now. I'll tell you that.
Because I have a peculiar medical condition, which is that I don't sweat, or I didn't sweat at the time, and that was yes, I didn't sweat at the time. It was almost impossible for me to sweat.
Danced with her in Tramp, had sex with her on a...
Bro. No.
One thing that I'm not hearing in all of this is Michael Jackson's involvement. Because if Michael Jackson was the big pedo, the dear legend that he was, how come he isn't showing up in any of these files? How come there isn't any talk about him doing any of this stuff?
What is a 36-year-old man doing sleeping with a 12-year-old boy, or a series of them? Right. Okay, when you say boys, it's not just boys, and I've never invited just boys to come in my room. Oh, that's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous question. But since people want to hear it, you know, the answer, I'll be happy to answer it. I have never invited anyone into my bed, ever. Children love me, I love them. They follow me, they want to be with me. I could never harm a child or anyone. It's not in my heart. It's not who I am. And it's not what I'm not even interested interested in that because there wasn't one piece of information that says I did that. In any way, they turned my room upside down, went through all my books, all my videotapes, all my private things, and they found nothing that could say Michael Jackson did this. Nothing.
But let me ask you
to this day, nothing. Still nothing.
Let me ask
nothing.
I believe Michael. That woman was fishing for some information because she didn't believe Michael. You can really feel when somebody is telling the truth. Michael was not afraid to look this woman in her eyes and tell her, when they came and flipped my room upside down, they found nothing. He said he didn't ask them kids to sleep in his bed. He said those kids asked if they can, hey, Michael, can I stay in there with you tonight? That's what them kids was probably doing. And as big as Michael's bedrooms was, allegedly, they were so daggone big, they were like a house themselves. You could daggone be in the same room and not even see somebody. I'm defending Michael Jackson real hard right now. Because I never believed it.
What's the relationship that you had with Michael Jackson?
Had or have? I mean,
had both.
You know, whatever.
Let's go with had.
Listen, he's a good friend of mine, and he still is. I mean, everything that's going on, I mean, it's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate situation for everyone involved.
What happened at the house? That's what all these things.
It's that's what's so weird. You know,
what did happen?
Nothing happened. You know, I mean, nothing really. I mean, we played video games. You know, we played it at an amusement park. Well, the thing is with that whole thing is that they go, oh, you slept in the same bedroom as him. It's like I don't think you understand. Michael Jackson's bedroom is 2 stories. And it has like 3 bathrooms and this and that. So when I slept in his bedroom, yeah, but you have to understand the whole scenario. And the thing is with Michael is that he's not very good at explaining himself, and he never really has been, because he's not a very social person.
Why do you think he likes young people?
It's because the same reason why he liked me was the fact that I didn't care who he was. That was the thing. I talked to him like he was a normal human being, and that's what and kids do that to him because he's not. I mean, he's Michael Jackson, the pop singer, but he's not the god of the king of pop or anything like that. He's just a guy who's actually very kid-like himself and wants to go out there and wants to play video games with you.
Did your parents encourage it?
They weren't against it. It wasn't like they encouraged it or like pushing me upon it. It was just kind of like I wanted to hang out with them, and they were fine.
How to sing and wait.
Yeah.
And when you are, for instance, when we were here before, you know what? I mean, all the things ever printed in the tabloid, the only things ever been true is when they said I couldn't dance. When we were here the last time shooting the commercial, you were like in between shots, running off, conceiving the dance, choreographing the dance. You were up all night dancing.
And she didn't.
Folks went to church, we wouldn't be in this mess we're in now.
That's right. And make Daddy love you. Sexy baby. Sexy baby.
Top Jenny to me. Sexy baby! You were such a sexy baby! He's done it again!
Sexy baby. Tonight isn't just about the people in front of the camera. In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world.
Well, Tom Hanks, folks, they can try to kill me. Good luck with that.
People from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming for you. He's coming for you.
I'm sorry if this is the kind of bursting your bubble. All this information is new.
It was a big year. It was a big year for file movies.
Hanks, Weinstein.
Shut up. I don't care.
There's this girl, Sarah Ruth Ashcraft. Her dad sold her to Tom Hanks. I know who you are. I know you. I've met you.
There is a human child in between those 2 fucking chickens. A human infant. The evil that is hidden in the files. And the problem is every single person in power is implicated in some way or fashion. There are almost no innocents in this equation. There are either people who proactively attack kids or people who sat there and let it happen. And both sides deserve to be dragged into the street and shot!
Hi, Darren. So Sarah and Nadia, are you guys having a good time? You can see I have a little sore on my face that I got from some black guy trying to kiss me. It's really disgusting. With his tongue. Oh, it's really, oh.
Might abandon. Once the drone flies in a little closer, you begin to notice these carts driving across the island. But who are they and what are they protecting? And then, once the drone started getting closer to the...
Wait, yo, what happened? Yo! What happened? Like, they painted over it. They got rid of it. Damn.
Temple, this weird white building on the highest point of the island where people believe it was used for evil satanic rituals, our drone began to experience unexplainable signal interference.
RF signal interference. We lost it, so we've lost the drone. They've interfered with the drone. They don't have control.
Now, it's important to note that in the last known footage of this temple,
some random fucking guy shows up. Oh my god.
the temple was painted in this blue gold pattern, and there's a giant sundial adjacent to it. This now means that the sundial was recently removed and the temple was completely repainted white.
So you're telling me they got rid of all the symbols and all the occult icons? That's smart.
So the question is, what are they covering up? And then I saw this.
See a guy building right there. Look, literally right there.
Who's that?
Look, look, look. Yep, there is another golf cart coming this way. Oh, it's going to get the drone. Okay, don't get caught, Pasha. There he is. There he is. Who is this man? Who is this man right here?
Who he be?
Storm the beach like Normandy right now, get on the island, and hopefully not get shot or apprehended.
After barely pulling the drone back in, after losing signal, and confirming this place was swarming with what we believe to be armed security, it was time to storm the beach like Normandy.
There's the temple!
And that...
They're gonna try to go into Jeffrey Epstein's satanic temple. You gotta give it to this guy, man. Like, he really will do fucking anything. This is... I would be afraid to do this. I'm gonna be honest. Like, there's a lot of things I would not be willing to do this. I would never do this. This shit is insane.
Sam, breathe. Behind this rock. Behind this giant... Oh, my God.
Damn,
I don't like that rock.
I feel like that's the kind of rock that would fall on you. I do.
Appears to be... Oh, my God.
Oh.
I don't know who this is.
Uh-oh. Hold up. Oh, shit.
I'm running.
Uh-oh.
I'm running. I'm running. I'm running. He's not fast enough on foot. That's... Boy.
As I ran away from security, I saw this.
Oh, no. They got me.
Uh-oh.
Need to run.
Now, security was right behind me, going full speed in my direction.
Oh, no. Can't stop me.
I mean, this guy's in shape, man. He's running a lot. That's a lot, man. I'd be hot.
I can't exactly understand what they're saying, but they're screaming at me the whole time.
Yep. Wait, is he literally... Wait, no shot. No shot. He's got two separate vehicles after him.
No, I'm done. We're good. We're good. I'm out of here. They're behind me. We made it down here. Once we get to the beaches, we're good. A brand new pool right here. We seeing this?
Nice pool. Really nice pool.
They're not as fast as me, though. Gotta keep running. Been training for this day.
Oh my...
And as I began to run away, Pasha notices this, pulls the drone in, and begins zooming over on his jet ski to pick me up, right as I unknowingly approach a cliff. And at this moment, it looked like I had no choice but to jump.
No.
I'm going down. You can't come down. Going into the water.
This is insane.
Watch me spit me out.
Oh my god. Boat secure. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Made it into the water. Security.
Uh-oh.
He's just to apprehend me. I'm swimming as fast as I can. Waiting for Pasha to pick me up. Come on, Pasha.
Oh my god.
I'm in international waters. What are you hiding, Epstein? What are you hiding, Epstein?
No way his boy picks him up.
Waiting on Pasha to get away.
No
There's
way.
Pasha with the jet ski. There's my...
No fucking way.
We're aware that our country has been run by satanic pedophiles that have been operating a very, very young person sex trafficking ring for decades. I think it's time that the public knows about Nikolai Mashijin and John McAfee. And if you don't know about these people and have never heard of them, hang on to your seat because you're in for a wild ride. So Nikolai Mashijin was the co-founder of the decentralized crypto platform MakerDAO, who tweeted, literally his very last tweet said this, says the CIA and the Mossad and the elite are running some kind of sex trafficking, entrapment, blackmail ring out of Puerto Rico and the Caribbean islands. They are going to frame me with a laptop planted by my ex-girlfriend who was a spy. They will torture me to death. Pay attention to the date, October 28th, 2022. This is when he died. He was found dead in the ocean, not even 4 hours later.
I remember seeing that he had passed away, but I didn't know that he tweeted that just hours before he passed away. The fact that his girlfriend was a spy, man, she was never into you, bro. That's crazy.
4 hours later. So let's move on to John McAfee because this story is even crazier, believe it or not. So John McAfee was a very smart guy, kind of an asshole, but definitely borderline genius. So he invented the McAfee antivirus software. He was super good at...
I thought we called it McAfee. I can't even say it no more. Y'all know the antivirus software.
Coding, knew a lot about the internet, knew a lot about computers. The government was after him for tax evasion, and they busted down his door, shot and killed his dog, and that motivated John McAfee to fight back and get revenge. So he donated a bunch of laptop computers to the government, loaded with spyware, and found out a bunch of corrupt crap about the government. He publicly started exposing some of it. Let me show you a quick clip just to give you a brief summary of the kind of stuff that he found out about.
I did find out that the Minister of National Defense was the largest drug trafficker in all of Central America. And the Minister of Immigration, the largest human trafficker.
And what's even more suspicious is that he unalived himself in jail after publicly stating on video and on his tweets and everything that if he ever was found self-unalived, it was not by him. Know that if I hang myself a la Epstein, it will be no fault of mine. This is his wife's account. She also believed that the government definitely had something to do with his death. It says that the U.S. authorities are determined to have John die in prison to make an example of him for speaking out against the corruption within the government. And to make matters even crazier, he tweeted, allegedly, you can't find it on his account anymore because of course they're going to take it down. If anything ever happens to me, please know that the 31 terabyte of files I have are located on hard drives in my condo near 88th Street and Collins Avenue, just north of Miami Beach.
Someone hacked Epstein's Wikipedia and the person was found dead at the bottom of a cliff? Wait. Epstein had someone hack Wikipedia to modify his page. Then this person eventually died, found at the bottom of a cliff. Insane document found in the Epstein files. To Jeffrey Epstein from this random guy. They have all sorts of protection around your, quote, mugshot picture on Wiki. We are hacking Wiki now to remove it and replace it with the photo that you sent, which will have the headline, Jeffrey Epstein, businessman, philanthropist. By the way, we took you out of offender category and remove the headline in the beginning sentence from the wiki that also stated offender, and now it just reads businessman philanthropist. We recorded the IP addresses of the people who were going in and changing our edits back and actually hacked the site to block them back in. That's why the site has been stable. Smiley face. An email to Epstein in 2010 describes a deliberate search engine manipulation to bury reporting on his crimes. They boosted all other Epsteins to bury any direct searches for his name plus file. This is clear evidence of a coordinated, deceptive reputation control. Jeff, I'm very happy to report to you today that we have managed to get some very positive results already. This was not the case as of yesterday when we checked, so the bots may have just made their rounds, taking our work into effect. If you type your name into Google News, the first article that came to the very top was the most recent suit from last month, and as you scrolled down, there were other articles. If you typed your name plus file, etc., you would get scores of results of news, blog, and other entries. Now, if you type your name, you will see endless pages of Google News about every other Jeffrey Epstein, but you will not see any more news articles about you. Even if you type in your name plus file, a direct search, no documents will turn up. We did this to, and this is just, it's an email. They're just posting this. We did this to effectively, by effectively creating massive amounts of links, search engine parameters to all the other Epsteins. Of course, if new articles appear, we will have to deal with them on a case-by-case basis. We will have a Google alert on all terms, so we will catch things when they appear. This, of course, will be the main effect as the Google search, as the articles will now start coming down in relevance. We are now embarked on a very offensive similar strategy for the main web, which requires posting of new websites. Anyway, we are very pleased about this. Wiki hacked, finally changed mugshot out. It was heavily protected. Added a whole new section on your wiki entry, pushing the bad stuff down on the page in wiki, even though we reworded most of it so it isn't that bad, working on the photo switch.
Now, would the survivors and victims who are here please stand up one more time? Just by show of hands, how many of you or your loved ones actually have met with the Department of Justice and provided testimony and estimate and evidence? None. And of those of you who have not met, which is everyone, how many of you have reached out either individually or through a lawyer or representative to offer to provide testimony and evidence? All of them. And of those of you, all of you who have reached out, how many of you were denied or ignored by the Department of Justice? All of them. And despite the shameful and despicable efforts by Ms. Bondi and her department to intimidate you, how many of you are still willing to speak to the Department of Justice? All of them.
What's going on with this? Maybe Jeffrey Epstein is still alive. In the Epstein files, there's a receipt from YouTube where his username is LittlestJeff1. Hello, LittlestJeff1. Wait, LittlestJeff1. There was a charge in May 2019, but he died in August. Wait, Chapter 5, Season 1? Wait, that was recent. Epstein's Fortnite account is active in Israel? No. Fortnite tracker. We have, all right, gentlemen, we have the Fortnite account right now. Let's pull it up. The profile has just been made private. Wait a minute. Can I look at this on Wayback Machine? It has not archived that URL. Epstein just privated his account. I have screenshots of his stats confirming he's alive. How is this proof? Okay, so this is why people think that it's Jeffrey Epstein. He got a charge for $25 for V-Bucks on Fortnite. And this was on May 7th, 2019. And this is, again, keep in mind, justice.gov. This is the government website for Jeffrey Epstein right here. And this is Littlest Jeff with jeevacation@gmail.com. It could be a troll, but how could it be a troll if they did it so far in advance? The account isn't brand new. It was discovered. My guy faked his death and immediately started playing Fortnite. Fortnite Chapter 1, Season 10 ran from August 1st to October 2019. Crazy. Get the screenshot of him playing Season 6 before it's too late. Where are the other screenshots of this? I want to see it. It says I can't edit the post. Where's the Imager link? Matches. So he, and Wait, this is season 4, and he had an 8% win rate? Look at chapter 3, season 17. 17% win rate? He has kids playing for him? He's in Tel Aviv playing Fortnite. This could be, wait, this is his WoW account? Wait a minute.
Context.
This is the Department of Justice. Jeffrey Epstein played WoW. And he was a Wrath baby. This was right before Cataclysm. Wait a minute. No. He was Horde? I knew it, guys. I knew it all along. He has heirlooms? Yes, he has heirlooms, which means that this is an alt. This is an alt character. This is Epstein, isn't it? Dude, who is this guy? Someone posted the photo without the beard on your Discord. Guys, okay, I'm gonna save this photo though. So, which one is better? Okay, that's a better photo. And why does it not? What the fuck? Why is it not? Why is it doing this? Like, what the fuck? The fuck? The fuck? Guys, are they in? Yeah, I'm really confused here. What's going on with this?